Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. Today, we're going to talk about what the point of Uchikomi is. Good start to the video, right? And I'm also going to talk about why Uchikomi is different to what we actually do in Randori. It's been a little bit of a discussion online recently, so I'll give not only my opinion, but a pretty Japanese opinion on Uchikomi and its purpose. Now the first thing I'm going to say, and this might annoy a few people, but I think this rings true in a lot of areas in life, and that is that if the best are doing it, you should probably be doing it too. Follow their lead. They're at the top for a reason. So if Moriyama says look at your watch when you do Uchimata Uchikomi, you should probably look at your watch. If Ono Shohei is demonstrating how to pull the gi, you should definitely pay attention and see what he's trying to say. Also, Ono Shohei did a lot of snatch, a lot of cleans, and a lot of people, they focus on the hands, but I feel in his situation he was cleaning people just a little bit, just to get them on their toes, and that's why the hands are important, just to lift someone just a little bit so you can get under their center of gravity. And this is important not just for Uchimata, but a lot of different techniques. But before we continue, just have a listen to this, one of the greatest sounds in the world. I could listen to that all day. Now, there's a video out there from this guy. His name is Cho Jun-ho, and he competed at the London Olympics, taking a bronze medal. And his idea is that the way we do Uchikomi, specifically for Uchimata, is flawed, and it's not the best way to do it because in competition we don't pull up, we pull down around the waist to throw our opponents. Now, this girl here, she has a beautiful finish to the throw here, great dexterity in the leg, but as you can see from this freeze frame, she's missing the first two steps of Uchikomi, which are incredibly important in Judo, which is kuzushi and skuri. Now the first one, kuzushi, meaning to break your opponent's balance, as you can see by her opponent here, his legs are still mostly pretty flat on the ground, and her skuri, her creation of the technique, is she's off balance, not in control, and I think many people could just imagine an uranage counter happening here. Now the reason the Hampan TV guy has this opinion is when you look at competition, especially Uchimata specialists like Inoue Kosei, when they go in for the technique, it doesn't look like they're pulling up, but there definitely is pulling happening, and a lot of this is made or created before the throw even takes place, a lot in the kumikata, which is why in Uchikomi it's important to feel the space and also know how to create it. Now to answer the question as to why Uchikomi looks so much different to actual technique in competition, we need to divert our attention away from the arm, the hikite, and just look at the whole picture. So in this next clip, we're going to slow it down and look at it in detail. We could ask a number of similar questions. What is his surite hand doing? Why don't we do that during Uchikomi? Why does he punch his first foot so deep between Blue's legs when we don't do that during Uchikomi? Why does he not do the traditional 1-2-3 step? Why is he looking straight down at the ground instead of straight forward? Now, it doesn't matter what the technique is, the Uchikomi is always going to be different from how we do it in competition. And of course, there are a number of techniques that we all have that we've never done Uchikomi before, so what's the point? Why do we do it? So to answer that question, I'd like to show you this video here from Uchi Shiba. He has a YouTube channel, and this video is from quite a while ago. Now you can see the kuzushi, the skuri, just real big movements. Now this is important because big movements eventually become smaller, and in doing big movements like this, we really gain an understanding of the technique in a wide range of positions. Also, we're learning how to use the body as one unit, all the way from the legs through the hands, kind of that cleaning motion as I was talking about earlier from Ono Shohei. Now, if you looked at this and you didn't really think about which technique he's doing, you just thought about him controlling his opponent, using the hands, using the legs to generate motion, I think there'd be no argument here as to him pulling up like this. Now, Uchi Shiba, he has done a lot of Uchikomi in his lifetime. He is renowned for doing lots and lots of Uchikomi. In this clip here, Donmai Kawabata, he gets kind of annoyed at Uchishiba because all he's doing is kochi, hundreds of kochi, and that's not really entertaining for YouTube. You know, you would like to see a variety of techniques. But Uchishiba, after this, he says, I do 100, left first right, and then another 100, left first left, just with kochi-gari. So Uchishiba, for him, found a lot of value in doing Uchikomi, and sometimes, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like what he does in competition, but it doesn't have to. There's a lot he's getting out of these movements, you know, the agility with the feet, working with your balance, controlling your opponent, using your hands effectively. And this is just anecdotal, but I've heard this from a lot of people and experienced it myself, but the more Uchikomi you do, the better your judo is. So sometimes we don't really understand exactly what we're doing, the logic behind everything, but I think a lot of the times you just have to trust in the process. There are a lot of high-level people who do a lot of Uchikomi. I do want to show you and just finish on this one clip. This last clip is another one from Donmai Kawabata's channel. So one summer he participated in the Tsukuba University summer camp. And if you didn't know, this is how you slack off at judo. Watch him there. He's just moving, not actually going in for a technique. And this is smart from him. He's an older guy. And on this day they trained for 3 hours doing Uchikomi and then 3 hours on the ground for newaza. But the coach figured him out, and now you can see him pulling. And I just want you to have a look around the room. Everyone's doing different techniques, lifting with the arms, whether it be osotogari, seoi-nage, uchimata. And I mean the reason, generating space, creating movement, using the hands effectively. So I'm not sure what Hampan TV, I'm not sure what he wants to do. I would like to see him come out with a series of new Uchikomi, not just for Uchimata, but all techniques. How should we do it? What should Uchikomi look like in his eyes? Because the way he demonstrated in this video here, you'll see him change grips because he knows he can't throw with a traditional grip doing Uchikomi this way. His opponent, still on his feet. I don't think this is a good way to be doing Uchikomi. And then also the funny thing is, he is lifting with his hand. His hikite hand, you can see it go up. And so, he's an experienced judoka, he knows what he's doing. He's creating space. Those big movements have already been made small for him. And there's nothing wrong with going through Uchikomi, going through the motions, because eventually those small movements, they get too small, and we just need to revisit, retouch, get ourselves back to doing big movements like this. Especially when you get older. My god. The hips don't spin as well. The feet don't move as fast. It's about the whole picture. Uchikomi's like the oil you put in the car to make sure everything's working nice and fine. But anyway, we're going to end up here. And this is Donmai's last set of 1,000 Uchikomis. Can you imagine that? I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.